fucking beat this game. Hope you can't hear my chewing and eating sounds too much. I'm still kind of hungry, and I was packing out some pasta earlier. Let's see. I have to buy this shit still, as I just have the base game. I'll have to buy the DLCs at some point. Hope the DLCs aren't too pricey, because I'll definitely want to get a hold of those. I have very much been enjoying this game. Very good. Anyways, let us continue. Oh yeah, that's how it always is. Chris wants everyone to know that he is absolutely... That's how it is with every fucking, like, veteran type characters. Like, I'm not a hero. The only heroes in war are the ones who got left behind. That fucking same shit. Chris is an absolute legend, and we all know it. The man punches boulders. Well, here we are again. Exactly. Chris punches boulders. Really, I would consider him a hero, personally. His righteous crusade against boulders is very noble. Alright. Where the fuck we at? Oh, cool, we're just in a swamp. Delightful. Well, there's always got to be one outdoor segment to every fucking Resident Evil game, doesn't there? We have to be. There's always one outdoor segment. Man, these psychostimulants are actually, like, super helpful. Jesus. Look at all this shit I could have missed without him. There was a collapse in the Patterson mine. 2 Ann and Beckford are dead, and Huxley will never walk on his own again. Old man Stan was right. The ground there is too unstable. February 19th, 1892. The company's not going to send us any replacements. They want us to work double shifts instead. I can't wait to get back to the old country. Salt mine, South Dolby. Alright, makes sense. Interesting, interesting. I'm fucking strapped right now, my dude. Jesus. Boy, I am fucking strapped. Hello, gentlemen. Man, I love those bombs. They are my best friends. Jesus, there are a lot of them out today. Hello. Why are these things so fucking good? I need to ration these things to the end, honestly. Oh yeah, we all remember, I mean, I'm not sure if we all remember this, but I'm positive you remember the mine segment from RE5. That wasn't a fucking experience, my dude. Cool, got some grass. Like, that minecart segment was just an experience. You know, I'm honestly not even frightened anymore. I feel so empowered now. Like, the only thing that really spooks me is, like, when I get startled by the fucking... when the goons come by with their, when the goons come by and, you know, you got the really tight FOV so you can't see everything. So sometimes you get blindsided and that's a little startling. But not particularly scary at this point. I'm not scared anymore because I feel empowered, and I think that's the point. Is at the beginning of a Resident Evil game, you always feel a little scared, you always feel a little apprehensive, you don't know what you're up against, and by the end you feel like you can take on the world. It's a nice feeling. That's one of the most comfortable feelings about a Resident Evil game, really. Pasta. Ooh, I really like the lighting in here. This is nice. See, nothing around here. Hello, motherfucker. Goodbye. Yeah, Outlast or Amnesia or a game like that. And I mean, like I said, I've said this to you before specifically, but I love The Dark Descent. Amnesia is probably just my favorite horror game. Like true traditional horror. But yeah, it's like you're scared from beginning to end. My brother loves Outlast. Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Man, got this nice long corridor just for shooting these dudes. Yeah, I hear ya. It's like there's only there's a certain reasonable breaking point to which a person we'll stop being afraid and we'll just try to confront the problem directly, which is kind of the Resident Evil thing, is that in Resident Evil, you eventually learn to overcome and confront your fears. Because reasonably a healthy adult male with a perfectly functioning brain would eventually decide, fuck it, you know, I'll do what I can to fight back, see what I can do. Even if it's not directly, you might start building traps and stuff. And I mean, I get it. Like, in Outlast, it's a little bit harder to suspend your disbelief, but I get it more in Dark Descent, because you're basically fighting a Lovecraftian monster in Dark Descent, and that makes sense. In Dark Descent, it makes sense that you wouldn't ever be able to confront your problems because... Jesus Christ, these fucking things every time. In Dark Descent, it makes sense that you would be very unconfrontational because... Wow, holy shit, alright. We're gonna have to do one of these. No, okay, can I not come through? Excuse me, sir. Alright, that was so fucking dumb. I still like Outlast for what it is, but I definitely think that, you know, there's just a point, there's a reasonable point in the human mind where you just decide, this is just some weirdo with a knife. If I can get a bladed weapon of my own, I can just kill this dude. Like the big chunky dude who rips you in half, maybe not. Or, you know, the murder ghost. Like, yeah, I get not fighting one of those. But, like, against just some dude, you know, just some creepy guy, like, yeah, you gotta do something about him. Yeah, in Dark Descent though, like Dark Descent is a Lovecraftian, so it makes more sense to not confront your enemies directly. It is what it is, though. Oh, what the fuck? I accidentally bumped my R1. Healing fuck all health. God damn it. Oh well. Can just restock. So this is a dead end, so that already limits our pathways. Get a mod to put fedoras on all the molded, make them into real gentlemen. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, gamer! I was worried that you'd only be able to get the remote bombs off the boat, but nope. Nope, we can get them wherever we fucking damn well please. What a fucking epic gamer moment. Alright, here you go, gamers. Excuse me, gamers. Once I save up enough shotgun ammunition, I'll get the shotgun back out. Because that weapon definitely disposes of the problems much more quickly. Oh, did I trap myself? Ow. I'm a little lost, if that's not already apparent. No, there should have been somewhere else I can go. That's the way I came from. Oh, it's because I dropped down a ledge. Right. Look at all these gentlemen gamers out here. I'm in yellow, so I'm not too bad right now. Can't combine these chem fluids with anything, but I'd actually say that's more of a good thing. I don't need them for anything right now. I wonder if I can like push this minecart into that barricade or something. Ah, I'm a genius. See, there was another pathway over this way, so let's just go explore there real quick. I want to, you know, see as much as I can see before I move on. Ah, it's fuck all. Great. Alright, nothing else around here. Kind of linear, honestly, for a mine area. Speaking of mines, I fucking knew it. I have a very strong intuition. I'm very proud of that about myself. Fortunately, a single SMG bullet is very, very cost efficient, so spending one doesn't really mean a whole bunch. Alright, where am I now? Not a safe room, got it. But there might be some goodies in here that I might not see. Something down there that I missed. Look at this sneaky fucker. Neuro rounds. Contains a powerful poison that affects the nervous system. Jesus. Alright, hold on to that. That's interesting. January 16, 2015. Thanks to you guys, it's been about a week since my head's been clear and back to normal. And she still thinks she's got me. You guys really need to work on fixing that. Not only does she look like a little kid, but she's about as stupid as one, too. Mom and Dad are still totally under, though. I was wondering, is this whole family obsession something you guys programmed into her? It's kind of fucked up. November 4th, 2015. That bitch me is still somewhere in between Evie La La Land and reality. She gets pretty violent, so I locked her up in a cell. I thought maybe Evelyn would get mad since Mia's her favorite and all, but she doesn't seem to care. She actually goes and visits her sometimes. She thinks Mia's her mommy. Like I said, your bioweapon is fucked up. So he was in communication with whoever was handling Evelyn. Lucas was, that is. This is Lucas's laptop. Evelyn's family obsession is getting out of hand. She's making everyone kidnap more and more assholes off the streets to add to her freak show of a family. Maybe she's getting tired of Mia not coming around, but it's a pain in the ass for me because I gotta clean up the mess whenever someone new comes along. And by the way, Evie's looking sick or something. Her skin's getting all wrinkly and she's getting gray hairs. Is that supposed to happen? It's almost like she's getting old all of a sudden. Is Evie actually the grandma? E-necrotoxin, E-series dosage test. 5 minutes after dosage, vomiting. 12 minutes after dosage, cell calcification. 10 minutes after dose, death. Death. E-necrotoxin destroys cells of any subject based on the E-series bioweapon model. Used only for disposal of E-series assets. The toxin must first be stimulated before use. Do this by placing a sample of an E-series cell into the necrotoxin chamber. E-necrotoxin. So we're actually getting pretty close to the end then, because this is the MacGuffin right here. This is the end game. The project was instigated in 2000 as one of the several concepts for the company's NextBAS initiative, working with technical assistance from HCF to develop a bioweapon for neutralizing combatants en masse with minimal direct contact. NextBAS was later folded and all its assets diverted to this project. What makes this project markedly different from conventional weapons is its ability to turn enemy combatants into allies, converting hostile elements into willing servants. Since this effectively eliminates the cost of not only POW handling but also combat itself, it's no wonder we had the redacted and even redacted organization chomping at the bit to get on board. The project would never have existed were it not for the discovery and redacted of Redacted, the remarkably progressed vicariant evolution fungus that we commonly term the mutamicete. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was introduced the mutamicete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. Alright, let me read this one again. The fabrication method for each bioweapon was to introduce the mutamicete genome to a pre-stage 4 human embryo and perform cultivation in a controlled environment over a period of 38 to 40 weeks. Ah, you are motherfucker. So, but basically what they did was they basically infected fetuses with fungus. Cool. The resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and graded based on usability. Wasn't that the entire point of the T-virus, to delete people's minds and reprogram them as loyal soldiers? Of the people who dropped the bomb, only it went wrong and ended up just deleting them, turning them into zombies. I mean, yeah, sort of. I mean, yeah, that basically was the goal of the T-virus. Although, I think, as Yahtzee, the reviewer, put it best, what makes more sense, if you are you know, like a warlord or some sort of dictator or something, what is more useful to you when you're conquering somewhere? A neighborhood that's full of normal people who just mow their lawns and clip their hedges, or a neighborhood full of violent murderers who only have an instinctive program to bite things? Like, seriously, zombies just, like, turning normal civilians into zombies just seems counterintuitive. Well, but the, I guess what, like, what makes this, I think, different is that they're trying to create a control, like a control module for it, which is who these candidate specimens are. So I guess what makes this NextBAS or whatever program different is the fact that they're trying to use a specimen as a control module. So instead of using you know, like a virus or something to just create you know, like zombies or whatever, just create like mutants or murderers, it just makes a single controlling parent organization or organism through which the other individuals are created. So like Evie this whole time has been the primary controller of this of this fungal infection. Also, the Plagas, I believe, Las Plagas was a parasite, so the Plaga and whatever this disease is are different, because this disease is a fungal infection. Yeah, the T like the thing is, if we're gonna go through like the different stages of the bioweapons in Resident Evil, like the T virus, the T virus was like really rudimentary and had a lot of problems because obviously zombies are self-dependent units and they can't follow orders. And then the G virus just never got off the ground, and that was kind of that whole plot line, is that the G virus seemed like it was going nowhere, and it kind of did, because it just basically turns its victim into an out-of-control giant mutant. There's no control over it, because the G virus programs its victims to just mass reproduce. That's the goal of the G virus, is just to mass reproduce, so it's not effective because it's not stoppable. And then in Resident Evil 4, you had Las Plagas. In Resident Evil 4 and 5, you had Las Plagas. And Las Plagas got closer to doing it right because you could actually control Las Plagas, but it was still had effectiveness issues because in order to relay command, you had to still be within close proximity to them, and they were still fallible because the diseases could be removed. And then I don't remember very much about RE6 because my brain is pretty much just made a defense mechanism to forget about that game. So refresh my memory on the C virus for me. This is pretty interesting, though. It's the T virus's final form, more or less. What it's supposed to do from the start, what is essentially be a bioweapon to create legions of fully trained, absolutely mindlessly loyal super soldiers. All right, that makes sense. Well, obviously, by that point, Umbrella is defunct. So by Resident Evil 4, Umbrella is defunct. So whoever is doing it in this game is obviously not them, someone else. Well, but whoever this organization is, the Plagas element to solve the problem that made the T-virus just make zombies, which was never the goal. The zombies were the result of the second half of the virus failing. Their minds were deleted but not reprogrammed. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the other thing about the Plagas was that Plagas units were too dependent on orders. Like, they had to be given specific instructions in order to function properly. And the C virus, if I remember correctly, just turned them more into, like, outright soldiers that could behave and adapt more independently as opposed to Plaga soldiers. And that makes sense. That the end goal of the C virus or whatever was to create something that was not only mindlessly obedient, but was also capable of adapting to its situations as they came. Because that's that's one of the goals. That's something you want out of a soldier, you know. So. Anyways, moving on back to this game. So it seems like the goal of whatever this organization was to have a central controlling unit, which is basically what they made. Basically what they made in Eevee, in Evelyn, but instead of making adaptable soldiers, the goal seems to just be to overwhelm with numbers and just use sheer biomass from converting, from converting human bodies into raw biomass for the mold to fuel. Which isn't an entirely ineffective way to do it either. The resulting organisms were referred to as candidate specimens. Well, the problem with Eevee is that she's incredibly unreliable because... Well, one angry husband with a shotgun killed 100 of them, sure. But don't forget that this is, somewhat of a different genre than Resident Evil 6. Because Resident Evil 6 was, fucking... whatever that was, Michael Bay. And this is definitely trying to, engender a more intimate and claustrophobic environment. So because of that, it's like there's a bit of that disconnect. But I mean, I feel like this strategy feels viable to a certain degree, but the main problem is just that Eevee, because, she's a child, she is what she is. She is incredibly unstable, and she's incredibly unstable and uncontrollable, and that kind of makes her hard to use as an effective commander because she is so unhinged. Anyways, the resultant organisms were referred to as candidate specimens and gradually based on usability, and graded based on usability from the impractical and faulty, series A through D to the perfected E series. Yeah, and I mean that makes sense. I definitely think that the E series. I mean, that's how it is with any major weapons experiment. Is that you have to start with a proof of concept. You can't you can't roll out mass production before a proof of concept. That's not, you know, in the field of weapons manufacturing, you can never spend that kind of money and roll out units en masse before you use a single prototype. You have to start with prototypes, which is what Evie was meant to be. But, you know, again, there's the problem of she's not an adult and she doesn't have the mind of an adult commander, so she's incredibly unwieldy and unstable. A common appearance was selected for the bioweapons, that of a roughly 10-year-old girl, to ensure ease of blending in with urban and refugee populations. The first E-series specimen, named Evelyn, has proven capable of secreting the mutemacete redacted from her tissue at will. It is also of note that Evelyn's mutemacete imposes a profound control over body and mind when introduced into a host organism. We still have a lot to learn about the mechanism by which Evelyn achieves and maintains this control, but this working theory is that the vector is similar to the autoinducer pheromones used for quorum sensing in Pseudomonas bacteria. Evelyn's control is exerted in a series of discrete stages, the first of which is hallucination. Although almost immediately after infection, the subject begins to see images of Evelyn, though she's in fact not there, and even hear her voice, which is inaudible to anyone else. Auditions with the infected subjects throughout the stages of infection revealed that at first the Phantom Evelyn appears to be a normal young girl, sometimes desiring companionship or assistance. As time progresses, she begins making more and more extreme demands, including self-mutilation and attacks on other people. The psychological shock that this induces helps to break down the mind's natural barrier to Evelyn's brainwashing effect, and by the time mental control is achieved, the mutemacete infection has progressed through the body's cells, so the body redacted. There's something over here that I kind of just glossed over but want to read thoroughly. This report details the symptoms that appear when the bacterium that grow inside of the E-series infects a human. It's not bacteria, it's a fungal growth. What the fuck are you on about? Be sure to read this document thoroughly before dealing with E-series weaponized assets, hereafter referred to... bacterium asterisk, hereafter referred to as mold. Initial infection. The mold ingests nutrients from the subject's body to propagate itself and slowly takes over cells within the body. As a side effect of this, the infected subject gains remarkable regenerative abilities. During experiments, we removed arms and legs from the test subjects and found that they were able to coapt the amputated limbs in a matter of minutes. Once the mold reaches the brain, the subject's thoughts become in tune with those of the E-series asset. The subject starts to hear things and experience hallucinations and soon comes under complete control of the E-series asset. If this state continues, the host will lose all sense of ego. Complete infection. After every cell in the body has been taken over by the mold, the subject begins to lose their human form. Physical mutations differ from case to case, but all results in him or her acquiring incredible physical strength. Containing a subject at this stage would be extremely difficult, which is basically what happened with Jack when we destroyed him. All right. Man, it's gotten a big ol' lore dump. I like this. Evelyn's function also includes the ability to form organisms from mycelia, the fungal filaments. The term organism is used loosely here. Strictly speaking, they are superorganisms formed on countless mycelia. What's important, though, is that they exhibit a strong survival instinct and will defend themselves ferociously with the slightest provocation. Their fungal toughness and remarkable strength gives them significant battlefield potential. The researchers have been calling these superorganisms the molded, made of mold and also molded as in shaped. The name has a certain elegance to it. For the treatment of accidental infections, performing redacted on samples of Evelyn's body tissue produces a unique fungicidal serum. Administering the serum to an infected subject will cause the mycelia to calcify, but if the subject's cells are already largely invaded, the serum will be fatal. Since the treatment window is so small, the serum's primary use is therefore disposal of infected subjects rather than a cure. In exploring the serum's potential, we found that subjecting it to redacted would enhance its effects to extreme potency, becoming a compound we now call E-necrotoxin, which redacted in even tiny amounts. What's been interesting to observe in Evelyn's behavior is her obsession with the concept of family. In experiments, we found on multiple occasions that infected subjects were compelled to act as her mother or father, treating her as if she really were their daughter. Why did she settle upon family as the theme for her mental control? This is just speculation, but it could be that she instinctively understands that a family unit is better suited to blending into social groups than a lone girl. On the other hand, well, a sentimental sort might suggest that she's making up for a perceived lack of love in her quarantined upbringing, a parent's love. Interesting. Alright. Gotta eat some more pasta before we continue. That was a pretty interesting lore dump. I like it. There's that classic Resident Evil writing right there. Pasta. We're in the home stretch now. Ah. Here's a safe room. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's what that was that I picked up. Max HP increased. Alright, let's just take inventory here real quick. Alright. Shit. It's giving me these grenades, and I'm presuming they're for a reason. So, let's just store the knife for now. I don't really have enough shotgun shells to warrant using the shotgun. We'll pull the grenade launcher out. Pull the flame rounds out. Alright. This is usually how it goes in Resident Evil games. I'm honestly surprised it took me that long to finally decide to just fucking bung the knife in a hedge. Ah, this doesn't look fishy at all. I smell no boss fights coming up here. In this big, spacious room that's giving me supplies. Nope. No fights. You know, classicalized game design really is one of the best ways to go if you're gonna like design a game. But sometimes it's predictable. Its predictability really is just like, yeah, all right, I know what's about to happen here. But still, it's better than a game where you give somebody jack shit before a fight, you know? 'Cause that's just cruel. Am I hearing this right? Hang on, let me turn my TV volume up. Am I hearing this right? Yeah. Yeah, that's a kid singing. And there is Magnum ammo. But I don't imagine I'm gonna get the Magnum at this point. I don't think I have enough coins for it. Hi.
Die.
No thanks. I'm good.
Fuck.
Wow. Rude. Oh, I was using high power. My bad. Just how useful are these pistol rounds going to be at this point, though? Honestly, the high power rounds just kind of make more sense to use. Where the fuck did you come from? Good aim there, Fox. Wasted 3 SMG rounds on a box. Alright. Oof. Hell yeah. Alright, since it feels like we're coming up on the end, I'll try to actually make more use of these. Whoa, hey, dude. Whoa. Hey, guys, welcome to AV Games. Whoa. Hey, guys. Welcome to AV Games. Man, I really like this gun. Nothing around here I can use. Alright then. Oh, what the fuck is that? Ah, hello. No, thank you. Oh, you can fuck right off! Yeah, excuse me, sir. Fuck. Yeah. That was fucking spooky. Nah, that got me. Those big boys, they'll get you. Are you fucking kidding me? It's still nighttime out here? Longest night, like, literally the longest night ever. Hmm. Is that 150 rounds? Mine map. Why are we getting the map of the mine after we've already like cleared most of it? Ah, the big reveal. She was the granny. You don't even have to treat your audience like an idiot to reveal it.
I'm sure of it.
Gonna get out through the mine the whole time. Oh, what's this? E001. It fucking makes sense now. Man. This game's pacing and execution are fucking grade A. Same place we started the game. I like that little bit of hesitation that he picked up the phone with, like maybe, just maybe. Hopefully.
This is your fault.
Why am I seeing this?
I mean, not even remotely his fault. Like, I don't think this could be less of Ethan's fault. This is just... Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that this is your fault thing is just, like, the fucking psychological horror meme of you did this sort of thing. Ah, interesting. So there's a... There's blocked. No more VCR there.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
But you shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts!
He doesn't want to be my daddy? Then he can die. Now it's Mommy's turn to kill you.
Where you at, Evie?
Ethan, help me.
Yeah, honestly, the spooky little girl part genre is a part of the genre. Like, as much of a meme as it is, like, honestly, in this game, it's really well done. All right, where am I going here? What am I looking for? Not there. Locked. Not this way. All right. Not a bad jump scare.
Where the fuck are you?
Got me to burn a few rounds. All right. I'm on edge now.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nice.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
I have to do this.
Yeah, I hear you on that part. Wow, the music here is really good.
Get away! Leave me alone! No, you don't! No, stop! Away from me! Stop, stop, stop! No! No, no, no!
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Oh, hi. Fuck you. The horror movies, they were really just a giant face. Alright, this is a proper Resident Evil ending. Come on, Ethan, you're not done yet. Can I not heal? Jesus Christ, this man can take a fucking beating. Ethan, do it. Albert 1. Wait a minute. No. Is this... It's fucking Wesker's gun! That's such a good fucking Easter egg, dude. Not really an Easter egg, but a fucking nod. That's such a good fucking nod to the game. They had a neurotoxin in it instead of normal bullets. But yeah, it was fucking Wesker's Beretta from the first game. Or the Samurai Edge, as it was called in that game. Wow, am I done? That was only an hour. I'm done. Jesus. There he is. It's the man.
I'm Redfield. I'm glad we found you.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Ethan?
Hey.
You made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
They say that when one door closes, another opens.
The sneaky umbrella logo on the
door
on the
closed
chopper.
tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers. It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess.
But it's blue Umbrella
I
Corp
just
instead
come
of
to
red
terms
Umbrella
with
Corp.
losing you. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
Hey, happy end. Yay! Man, I was expecting another few hours. She promises to never attack me with a chainsaw again. Yeah. This song's pretty good. I never got to use the 44 mag, unfortunately. Apparently, I gotta see what the price tags and all the DLCs are, but I'm gonna see if I can play one of them tonight. Yeah, this was a good game. And I mean, you know, the Eevee fight was what it had to be. I mean, the primary set of the Eevee fight was just that enemy rush towards the end. I'm honestly pretty impressed with myself that I did it on my first try, but yeah, I mean, it was what it was. Not gonna complain that it was a short boss fight, because I mean, you know, it's a boss fight for a horror genre kind of game, so I mean, I wasn't expecting much anyways. Anyways, yeah, so, there are 3 DLCs to this game. Banned Footage, which chronicles, I think, the transformation of the Baker family, and then Not a Hero, which is Chris's story, and he deals with Lucas, and then End of Zoe, which is Joe Baker, Jack's brother, and you save Zoe, I guess. So I'll look into each of those, see what I can do. So this isn't the end of the stream, at least hopefully not. If I have to, I'll slush a few bucks for the DLC. I wanna play this. Plus, I've only streamed for an hour. I want to get more runtime out of this. Although I do wonder, I mean, like, why did she get all gross and old, though? That's my question. Is like, why did she get all gross and old? Yeah, still, I wanna do all of them. I wanna try each of it. Yeah, it's just like I am genuinely confused though as to why Evelyn got all ugh. Cause like supposedly she started as a little girl, and then she kind of like her physical form got all yucky. Also, I find Lucas honestly the most interesting part of the Baker family now that I think about it, because he was never under because he was never under Evie's control. Lucas was never under Evie's control, but he didn't want to be cured of the disease of the infection because he liked being invincible. That's interesting. Whoa, wait, one of the guys working on the outsourcing studios was named Yucky. His name was Yucky Fu. What an unfortunate name. Are you guessing? Are you asking me how long I think it'll take before Chris drops the not a hero line? If you're asking me, I'm gonna guess. 2 minutes. He's gonna drop the not a hero right in the opening monologue for this, because you know it's gonna be him delivering an opening monologue before he goes down into the mine, and you know he's gonna say, "I'm not a hero." Oh God. He's just got his fucking... Like, he's just gunning down the fungal boys, and he's like, "I'm not a hero." He's brushing his teeth, and he's like, "I'm not a hero." Alright, we can just skip the rest of the credits. Global Promotion Manager. Alright, difficulty normal, playtime 9 hours. 9 hours, really? 18 deaths. Mr. Everywhere is destroyed, 9 out of 20. Antique coins, 10 out of 18, really? 18. Man, I actually missed a lot of shit. I'll have to play this game again sometime and go for 100%. Item box is open, healing items used. Unlocked, Madhouse difficulty. Weapon, Albert O1R. Items, The Secret of Defense. Oh, it's free. I guess we're doing no more. I guess we're doing not. I was gonna say No More Heroes. I would love to play No More Heroes on stream, by the way. I guess we're doing Not a Hero next because that one's free. So I'll pay for the other two later. So I think we're gonna do. We're gonna do Not a Hero, and then we'll do banned footage, and we'll end with End of Zoe. Only heroes get paid DLC. He's not a hero, so it's not fair to charge him for it. Well, that's fine. I'm itching for some good shooter action. I want to make the gun go shoot bang. I just hope this download won't take long. 4.3 fucking gigs. Are you kidding me? Jesus. Oh God, man. Oh God, this is gonna 4.3 gigs. Are you kidding me? I guess. Just wondering, should I end the stream now and just come back later? Or, like, should I just leave this running and just, like, take a break? That is the face of a man who is definitely not a hero, by the way. Alright. Yeah, so, I mean, it won't fuck up the VOD too bad, because I can just end this here and then start another, a subsequent stream afterwards. And then I can just label that VOD as No More, or I keep saying No More Heroes. Not a Hero Part 1, so I can have Resident Evil 7, BioHazard 7. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the stream here, and I'll just start another stream whenever the download is done, which should be in like 40 minutes to an hour, so just bring your ass back in a little bit and we'll be fine. But that's a cut for now, but I'll see you in like a few minutes.